This video, I'm kind of scared. Never installed a wig up in the clouds before. This bowl cap a little bit. What's the way this called this? I got tea for y'all. I have a boyfriend. By the way, I'm using a cool setting for this because I don't know. Just use a fucking cold setting, bitch. I'm just gonna finish this split that I had from the other day and then maybe light another one, but I don't know. That's okay, cause baby, am I high already? The fuck? Don't judge. I can let her laugh for you. Gotta come teach me. Okay, what did you say? I'm already cat.
See how you spray the glue and it soaks through and goes onto your hair? I don't think you should keep doing that. I think you should spray it lower.
You might as well come do it. Since you had the wheels to say about my book.
Don't mess up your hairline.
My hairline already messed up.
It's high, baby. You smoke.
Okay, yeah. I don't know how I do in this right now. This is embarrassing as fuck to post. I'm gonna gain a few. Look, I cut off my ass. Camera said it's been 2 minutes already. And they all we reach? No. I go down and cut myself. Okay, pretty ball capping. What you calling me? I'm gonna now use. I got dark hair. I just looking not so my color. What do you wait? I mean, I feel like I have an audience right now. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat Doritos. I just sent every ingredient. I'm gonna show you this right now. There is no fucking way I sat here for 10 minutes eating half a pack of Doritos. Be so for real right now. Like, oh, did you see my hand chicken? This is gonna be real hard. Why am I doing this? What's this? What you fuck boy? Give me beso. Stand up. I carry bitches like I'm Pecco. Pop, 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 pop. What kind of gun is that? I'm from Trinidad or what? Ali girl, yeah. Thumbs up on this. So I felt Puerto Rican in this. I regret doing this. Like, I need a break. Oh my god. I feel so tired. I just wanna lay down and eat my Doritos. Girl, bye. Yeah, I need a minute. No. Oh. This frontal is too small. It's not giving 13 by 4. It's giving 13 by 2. Hey, I cut myself. Still gonna body. Yaddy.
That video, she thought it was given. It wasn't. You smacked it. That's the real shit. Welcome.
Shake for me. You be a hero and your nails lovely. Sexy your body. I want to stitch it up. Tailoring. Sexy. You're sexy. Sexy. Yeah, you're sexy.
Before we actually get this video started, let's thank Alipro for sponsoring today's video. They sent me their 28-inch 13 by 4 transparent lace wig. The density is 250 and honey, it's not really giving 28, it's giving 30. It's just the lace. Don't mind my wig head, it's giving ghetto. And let's get straight into this install. So the first thing that you see me doing is taking my scissors and cutting out 2 little holes for my ears. That way the bowl cap is going to be snug on my head. Now I'm going to take my bolt hole glue and put little dots right before my hairline. Then I'm going to just use a popsicle stick to thin out the layer of glue.
Lately I've been stressing cause it seems so malignant. I need to feel your essence in my presence. If you with it, I guarantee you won't regret you.
After I've spread the glue out evenly, I'm going to use my blow dryer on a cool setting to make sure that it dries completely. Then I'm going to use my ebin spray and I'm going to spray this all over the hairline, especially the ear tabs because they tend to give the most trouble to stay down. Now that I've allowed it to dry completely, I'm going to use my scissors and my fingers and pull back any of the excess cap that's there and cut it off. I didn't put this in the video, but some people usually ask what I do with the back of the cap, and after cutting everything off, I just tie the back of the cap in the back of my head, if that makes sense. But yeah, as you can tell, I wasn't really messing with this ball cap method because it's not my usual one. But now I'm gonna just use makeup that's my skin color and just cover the entire front of the ball cap. What I'm doing now is just figuring out the placement of the wig. Now, you know, with wigs you can give yourself a smaller forehead or a bigger forehead. In this case, I want my forehead to look big but not too big, and small but not too small. I would say that the keys to a really flat install is a wax stick and a hot comb. So I'm just using a wax stick along the hairline and push all the hair back, so when I'm gluing the wig down, there's no hair that gets trapped in the glue. I got it pretty like a girl. Now what you see me doing is just taking the wig by its lace and I'm folding it back so that I can start applying my glue. When you're applying your glue, you want to make sure that the layers are thin. The amount of layers that you put on your lace really depends on how long you want your wig to last. So I would say go for 3 to 4. But in this case, I only did 1 because the wig came off the same day. Also, before you add any layer of glue, please make sure that the first layer that you applied is completely dried. You would know when it's completely dried when it becomes clear. Double edges at night. I don't like to fight, but I'm fighting. Engine in the air, make my lungs sick. Sharpen in the sky like a country. Lips on clips like. Now I'm gonna start laying my lace into the glue, but I'm doing this in sections, starting with the middle first, so it's easier and not too overwhelming by trying to glue the whole lace down in one take. It's really you on my mind. It's really you. I'm just tying the hair back so it's not in my way when I have to use my lace band. Make sure you tie that band as tight as possible. Smoke rings in their house, sleet snow grind for the well, whole team diamonds. For this wig, I'm not doing anything dramatic. I'm just doing a simple middle part with some cute fluffy baby hairs. So what I'm doing now is just using my hot comb to press that hair down all the way because we want flat installs only, okay? Then I'm going to just part out the back of the lace, if that makes sense, because we want to take some hair to cover any of the tracks that are in the back. When I'm hot combing the hair, I usually do it in sections just so that I can make sure that all of the hair on the frontal is completely flat. This part is very crucial when you're installing a wig because you do not want your wig to look like a helmet. Do y'all see that every single time I use my finger to part, that frontal looks like it's coming from my scalp? And that's just on a good color match. So when you're using a foundation, please make sure that it's your skin complexion, not lighter and not darker. This video made me realize how long and how much time I take into making my installs very flat, because why am I still doing this? When I'm cutting off the lace, I usually use the scissors and I try to do it in a zigzag motion, but it was taking too long, so I ended up using my eyebrow razor to just cut off all the excess. And please be careful when you're doing this because you can cut yourself. I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me, still with the dogs that I grew beside, all the niggas round me, After I'm done cutting my lace off, I use a concealer that is a bit darker than me and I lightly press that into my lace, and this helps with flashbacks for whenever you're taking pictures. Then what I'm gonna do is take my spritz and I'm going to put it on my finger and just press it into the lace, because I've learned that the less product, the better your install comes out. And I'm just gonna go over this with my elastic band one more time. Look at that. It's giving scalp. Now I'm going to just start parting out my baby hairs. When I'm parting my baby hairs out, I part it in a C motion so it just looks more natural, I guess. Then I use my hot comb and just push any of the hair that I'm not using for baby hairs out. Y'all see how niggas be acting like little kids when they're not around their friends? Like, boy, if you don't get up. I always try to make sure that the two baby hairs in the front are the same size. I'm hot combing them down more because I also want my baby hairs to be flat. Like, come on now. We do not want our baby hairs to be floating over our lace. That's not cute at all.
All the niggas round me, riding and dying. Gotta watch your time, cause it's flying right by. Two-turn, baby girl, you know me.
I'm outside in it.
Right outside, PT. Two-turn, baby girl, you know me.
Now I'm just going to use my flat iron to curl my baby hairs. But before I do that, I'm going to pluck my baby hairs because they were looking a bit too thick in the front for me. But this step is definitely optional. It depends on how you want your baby hairs. I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to just drag it downwards to cut the baby hairs because I don't want it to be straight because I want it to have like a natural look, if that makes sense. You can also use an eyebrow razor to do this because I feel like it does a better job than the scissors. When I cut my baby hairs, I try not to cut it too short because you can always go shorter, you cannot go longer. Now, it doesn't matter which way you curl your baby hairs, but I am curling it inwards because, I don't know, I just like doing it that way. Now I'm gonna use my mousse, and let me just say this, I always use mousse, but I realized that it just kind of lifts my lace. I don't know, maybe I'm the problem, but for your baby hairs, I definitely recommend you using Got2b or Gorilla Snot. When I'm doing my baby hairs, I just go in the direction that the hair is already falling, if that makes sense.
Do you slide on all your nights like this? Do you try on all your nights like this? Put some spotlight on the side, and whatever comes.
This is where I realized that my lace was lifting, but it's okay. I just used the end of another rat tail comb and I put some glue and just put it under there and just allow it to dry again. Then I'm going to tie my baby hairs down and I'm going to blow dry it. Now what I'm doing here is just using water and then I'm going to use mousse to define my curls. My boyfriend was moving so scary to comb out my hair, but he's right. You have to be gentle with wigs and treat them as if it is your real hair so that it lasts long. Alipur will really be sending hair that is true to length or it's longer than the hair you ordered. The last step to me doing my installs, I usually just take a slanted brush and I put concealer to just define my part, and then I use some mascara to just touch it up a little bit. Then my last and final step would be to add some oil so that my install looks shiny and cute.
20,000 paying Picasso. Bitch, it be different dabbing with niggas like a nacho. Got the planet diamond dancing like Ricardo. She having it when they call her working on the bachelor. I know you gotta pass, I gotta pass. It's in the back of us. Average, I'ma make $1 million on the average.
Can you move so I can finish the video, please? Don't get a boyfriend, guys. Move. Get the fuck. And the curls is curling, the scalp is scalping. They said it's 28 inches, but it's definitely giving 30. Can you move? Can they even see? It's past my butt cheek. So Yeah. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed watching me install this wig. If you want a properly detailed tutorial, I will be glad to give it to you. The products that I use to install this wig is in the description below, and the link to this wig is also in the description, so if you want to buy it. Bye. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Your hair and your nails lovely. Sexy your body, I want to stitch it up. Feel loving. Sexy, sexy, you're sexy.